Libra. I hope you're doing really good, that you're healthy and joyful. I'm here to do Libra June Tarot 2026. I'll be using Major Arcana, a Rider-Waite Smith, Osho and Tarot, and I'll do the clarification with it. Les Amours de Marlowe, the Love, Prism, the Decans, Divine Connection, and at the end, Dancing in the Dark Tarot. All right, let's do it, Libra. I hope you're doing good. And then June, summer, here we go, summertime. So with Major Arcana, we'll check the vibe of June. And with Rider-Waite, we'll check the recent past and the near future. And with Osho and Tarot, we'll check consciously and unconsciously what's up. And with Divine Connection, we'll check the challenge and the outcome. Libra, I have a French channel. It's not a copy and paste of this one. Therefore, it's a bonus for you. It's free. There's no commercial. And it's not a copy and paste of this channel. And now on this platform, there's no excuses to go see a foreign channel because it's all dubbed. It's all subtitled. So I invite you to do so. The link is next to my picture on this channel. You click, you go down, and you click again, and I'll see you there, Libra. All right, let's do it, guys. Interesting. Wow. Whew. All right, so the energy for June is the Hangman. Going out of your comfort zone. Be like the Hangman for the first time in your life and feel great. So, June is really getting out of your comfort zone. Okay? Doing something for the very first time. Take a risk regarding something. That said, in June, we have Mercury retrograde. So you better be cautious also, okay? Now, in the recent past, you were extremely deep thinking. 3 of Wands. Wands is the passion, the impulsivity, the professional, what makes you get up in the morning, etc., etc. But you were like in a deep thought about it. And the Hangman is here to tell you, hey pal, get out of your comfort zone, get out of your box. Otherwise, you're not going to go anywhere, succeed, move onward, Because in 2026, it's the fire horse, guys. Consciously, you want to participate into something grand, into something amazing. Why? Your planet is Venus. It's quality first and foremost. I'm not saying that you don't like money or anything. I'm just saying that you want quality. And consciously, you want to participate to something amazing. You might be retired and all of a sudden you're like, hey, you know what? I'm retired. I need to find an activity. I need to find something. Unconsciously, you are in the la-la land. You're very often in the la-la land, Libra. You're an air sign. You're just like, yeah, okay, yeah, no. And unconsciously, this is exactly what it is here. So I have the feeling that in June, you are going to participate and nourish yourself perhaps with a cray-cray energy like that. Everything is possible, yeah. I have 2 pieces of woods, but I'll build my house with it. You know what I mean? That type of thing, you know? Ideas start like that. I get it. But it's a little too much here. The outcome. You're so afraid to make a mistake. You're very much afraid to make a mistake. And it could be for anything in your life. A relationship, a decision making for your job, for where you want to live, etc., etc. But you're so afraid to make a mistake. And you're creating a fear that does not exist. You're creating something, a thought that is going into your brain, and the liar in your brain is like, yeah, be careful, you're gonna make a mistake, be careful, you're gonna make a mistake, you know, instead of like, act with this, not this all the time. All right, you have a Page of Pentacles in the near future. Here we go. The page doesn't have a lot of experience, but he wants to have fun. He wants to nourish itself. He wants to have a bunch of stuff, project and everything. And it's earth sign, so it's nourishing. So as usual, Libra, maybe you want to do a lot of things all at once. Instead of finishing something, next, finishing, next, you know. I have the feeling that it's also, it could be related to that. Ooh. All right, yeah, there's a burden. You are affected by something. And it's something that is absolutely connected to generation. Grandparents, parents. But you have to go deep because you're going to have to cut some karmic cord here in order to exist. Look at this. I have the feeling that you might probably be with family members or your partner that is way the F too much. Way the F too much. On terms of, oh, let me do this, let me do that, and you're like, okay, I don't need a second mom, I don't need a secretary, and I don't need a housewife. Here we go. That was said, you know. Be careful with your words in June, Libra. And the outcome? Well, it's either a behavioral pattern that comes back within you, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta work on that because it's not good. It's affecting everything in my life. Or it's someone energy that wants to come back in your life. That's possible too. Okay? So that's the outcome. All right, decans, first, second, and third. And if you're on the cusp, you have more messages. Let's do it. First decan, second, and third. Alors, first decan, Libra. In order for you to have an amazing frequency and go back to a magical vibe, you need to do some self-care. You need to take care of yourself. Nourish yourself with a healthy food, sleep enough, etc., etc. And also, explore. Go play the tourist, as I always say. Take your car, take a map or whatever, not even. We have GPS now. Take your car and get the F out for 4 days. End of the story. Second decan. The Chariot, Cancer in the house for the second decan. So I have the feeling that you just want to, you're not going step by step or moment to moment. You're just saying, let's go. It's like, no. So you might have a tower moment that is going to stop you. Anyways, you'll have quite a few tests on the road if you're doing this. So your air sign element, forget about it in June here, second decan. Okay, do things, fine, but do not rush anything. And especially because we had end of May, we had a new moon in Taurus. And that new moon was clearly for us to slow down and be anchored and seek quality, etc. But Taurus is your friend. You're sharing Venus together. Third decan. Third decan. All right. Well, it's very simple. Third decan. If you don't do the Karcher method, if you do not cleanse everything that need to be, if you unclutter, your energy is not going to be that good, and the happiness will not be here because it is creating an energy of blockages. All right? All right, the love department. Let's do it. First decan. Love, first decan. What am I? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Libra. No, it's the love department, but it's not the first decan. Come on. We're going to do issue in a relationship. I am so sorry, Libra. Yeah, because, I'm in the flow with the decans here. Alors, if you're in a relationship. Nice. Well, something unpredictable is spontaneous is coming in June, and you are going absolutely to accept and receive what's going on. Therefore, you are going to go travel and do your thing together and have fun. End of the story. So maybe possibly you are going to win a gift or, something that will allow you to travel, or maybe money, and here we go, but something very nice. Or maybe you are going to be invited by someone and be like, hey guys, what are you doing the week of June, and they're like, hey, we're up in Alaska, do you want to come? I don't know, I'm just, but something like that is really cool, and you are going to decide, to do it and travel, etc., etc. Alrighty. She's single and happy. You're single and happy, Libra. Well, you are speaking your truth, or at least be truthful to yourself. So you're very clear. I'm single and happy. We just had fun, but that's pretty much it. So if you're okay with that, we can do that once a month or whatever. But, and you're observing, you're listening, you know what I mean? You're not like jumping any, express relationship or whatever. No, because you want to be single and happy, and that's it. End of the story. So that's really cool. You're reaffirming who you are and what you want to do. Okay? If you're looking for love, Libra. Looking for love. Looking for love. All right. Looking for love, you are just going to go on coffee dates. You are going to listen. And you're trying to identify within yourself what makes you happy. What type of person would make you happy. So, first of all, Libra, you need to be happy first in order, But you know that. You hear that 350 times on this platform. But this is exactly what it is here in June. Okay? So, really identify why do I want a relationship so bad? What type of person do I like? You know, there's a lot of questions and identify things. All right, Dancing in the Dark Tarot. 3 cards in the back of the deck. Let's see what's up. The Hermit, Virgo, and the Page of Cups. Woo! Virgo, before I turn these cards, and because you're already conditioned on this platform, I am going to ask you to like, to share, to comment. And then, if you're listening on the phone or watching on the phone, you can be in the comment section, do this with your finger. And maybe perhaps, because I have a small channel, I don't know if there's a hype star. You click on it, they don't ask for your credit card, and it helps me and my channel for visibility. You add points. I thank you in advance, Libra. All right, let's see what's up. High Priestess, Venus. Yep, it's all yours. Okay, so it's also not that great because there is something that you're ruminating and you're trying to make a decision. And this is exactly what it is again here. And at the same time, you're afraid to make a mistake. Remember the outcome? That was a mistake. And so it's super, you might be acting with radicality. So it's not that good. Okay? And the Empress is Venus. So it is your planet. And with the Hermit, it's extremely necessary, Virgo here, to start an introspection in order for you to do a bunch of stuff and create beauty, the beauty and the quality that you want in your world, in your life, Libra. Wow. All right, Libra, I'll see you on my channel. I am not gone. I post on the regular, and I thank you always and forever for your support, and I wish you the very best. I see you on my channel. Ciao.